Tony D and Little Joan and guest dog Truffle are here. There's fireworks outside, so I'm trying to make enough noise so they can't hear them because doggies are scared of the noise. And this is a screenwriter's rant for Happiness is for Beginners, Joan. Starring that girl from The Office. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This is a Netflix film based on a book. It looks okay. It's about a woman dealing with her divorce, and she's having a bit of a rough time. I can sympathize. A divorce is rough. So she goes on this adult camping trip thing, and she runs into her younger brother's best friend, who's also on the trip. And they, of course, are going to fall in love. But it's going to take most of the trip for this to happen. And she's like reevaluating her life and trying to get past her past and trying to find her smile again. And she's having a rough time. And what's that actress's name? Blythe something, I forget. And she falls in love with him and ends up with him. That's the story, I think. I mean, it's a pretty basic story. It's kind of a comedy romance, lighthearted, not super funny, but rom-com. Happiness for Beginners, July 27th. It looks fine, I guess. Helen, who has always lived her life far from the edge as possible, newly divorced, she joins a quirky group of strangers on a survival course for the adventure of a lifetime with the hopes of learning how to live and love again. And she does. Ellie Kemper is her name. Can never think. And Blythe Danner. I knew it was something like that. The rest of the cast I don't recognize. Directed by Vicky White and based on the wildly popular novel by Kathleen Center. I mean, it looks fine. I could see why people would enjoy the novel, because it's rough getting divorced and having a nice happy story about a woman who, or anyone who deals with their divorce and comes out on top. I think that's a story a lot of people can get behind, doggy. I know there's a lot of fireworks going on outside. A lot of fireworks. It's very scary outside. Very scary. And divorce is very scary. See how I tied it in? Anyhow, first act, Ellie gets divorced, and it's like kind of wallowing in her own misery. And she doesn't see much for the future. She used to be happy, and now she's not. And she ends up getting talked into or signing up for this camping trip to, I don't know, shake out the cobwebs, maybe figure out what the hell she's going to do with her life. So she signs up and she goes, and she instantly regrets it. She's just like, this is stupid. But then she runs into her brother's best friend, and he seems like a nice guy, but at first they don't like each other. I don't know, he might be one of the instructors on the hike. Here he is helping her after she ripped her pants. And then she's like, I got it. Because there's sexual tension there. It's a movie about sexual tension. And then there's other quirky characters on the hike. And eventually, he's talking to her saying, you used to be happy, what happened? And at some point, I don't know, they kiss and fall in love. And then maybe they kiss and maybe they mess around, and then she regrets it and says, why did I do this? She just brought me on this camping trip to have sex with me or something. And then there's a big crisis for the third act, but they resolve their differences and come together and like, they're going to be together. I think that's the way it's going to go. Happiness for Beginners. Seems fine. I mean, it's not my kind of movie. But if I was dating somebody and they say, let's watch this, it looked like it would be tolerable. I mean, it's based on a book, so that's usually got something going for it. There'll be a lot of nice detail about the characters. So when they say quirky characters, it won't be like a screenplay of quirky characters. It'll be a book of quirky characters that'll have a lot A little more texture to it, typically. Not always, but typically. Wow, they're having a lot of fireworks, doggy. Um, Ellie Kemper is pretty good, I'd say. I mean, she's cute. She's kind of funny. She's done comedy before. This doesn't look like office level comedy, but it looks okay. Looks like amusing. Like, ha ha ha, good for her kind of moments. More grounded in reality than even The Office was. And in the end, I think she finds a new boyfriend, and I think this is her old boyfriend, and finds herself a new life and learns how to live and laugh and love again after divorce. So, yeah, seems harmless enough. Happiness for Beginners, starting July 12th on Netflix. And that's it for me, Tony D. And poor scared little Joan and Truffle seems to be dealing with it better. It's okay. It's okay. The noises cannot hurt you, my little pup. They cannot hurt you. Tune in tomorrow for the live stream where we do it live. And we will have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stories about movies, Joe. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about the box office. And we're going to talk about how you were scared. And now you forgot because the noise has stopped. Oh, thank God. All right. I'm going to cut the dogs loose and let them roam the house again. And everything will be fine. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.